It's a lovely cross between formaldehyde and tequila. And I do not recommend it.
Hi, I'm Kim, and this is my husband Wei. For the last year and a half, we've been living life on the road on the quest to visit 60 countries before I turned 60. In our last video, we showed up at the Changi airport in Singapore 7 hours early on purpose. And after a day of visiting gardens, we took off and landed in country number 15, Vietnam. We spent the first few days working, but we finally ventured out into the streets of Saigon, only to be whisked 2 hours away to the Mekong Delta for a look at the Mighty Mekong.
We've been in Ho Chi Minh City for a week now. We've been working our noses to the grindstone, but now it's time to get out and about.
We are headed to the Mekong River, which I am pretty excited about because it's one of the great rivers of the world. You know, it starts up in the glaciers of the Himalayas in Tibet and then winds its way all the way down almost to the equator. Anyway, I'm really excited.
Anyway, we are taking a small group tour. We don't do that a lot, so this should be an interesting day and hopefully an educational one as well. We finally met up with our tour group. There's about 7 of us, and we are now on a van heading to a pagoda, which is about 2 hours away.
It's only 70 Ks, but with the traffic, it takes about 2 hours. As much as we dislike travel by bus, van, and coach, this is really comfortable.
Very air conditioned. It's nice.
We have arrived at the Vinh Trang Pagoda, and it is, I've got to say, absolutely beautiful. But it is not off the beaten path by any means. It is a totally touristy area full of tour buses and large crowds. But nonetheless, it's gorgeous.
So you might be wondering why a Buddha, which is a monk who eats only fruits and vegetables, has such a big belly. Well, we were told it's because of the amount of forgiveness. When you forgive a lot, your belly gets a little bit bigger. So that explains a lot. And I guess I'm sort of stuck with a big belly.
This is one of the oldest Buddhist temples in Vietnam. It's only from the 1800s, and I think it's really interesting that it has this kind of French flair in the architecture. I think it's really beautiful. My first glimpse of the Mekong. I'm pretty excited.
Okay, we have officially made it to the Mighty Mekong. After a short little ride on the Mekong, we went across to the other bank and landed on Unicorn Island. I didn't know there was such a place.
You know, shake it vigorously.
You know, I got stung by a bee when I was 5 years old on the lip, and I remember I could not eat my Fruit Loops. I was so sad. Okay, who's next? So we're drinking jasmine tea with honey bee pollen and kumquat. Oh my god, that is how jasmine tea is meant to be drank. Okay.
Yeah, this is amazing.
With my friends here, the Python here, friendly because she already got breakfast. Okay.
Wow.
Turn her. Oh my god. So I don't know if I can even touch you now.
That's going for my neck. Oh, thank you. That's wine. I hate to see what the liquor's like.
This is happy water in Mekong. You can see on the king cobra or the gecko here already remove all the organs inside, clean all the blood, mixed with the herbs like ginseng here at least 6 months to remove the sting. And you know this one is especially good for men's health. And a man just a little bit and you will feel hot inside and your woman will become the most beautiful woman over universe.
It's a lovely cross between formaldehyde and tequila. And I do not recommend it. So we just finished up with lunch, which was delightful, and they were accommodating to us and gave us a vegetarian meal.
Yeah, so it was tofu, and we had vegetables with garlic and rice, and they made these spring rolls for everybody else out of this fish that stared at me through the entire time. It was a little freaky, like he was judging me and I didn't even eat them. Anyway, the food was really good. The company, our group is fantastic. So we're having a pretty good time.
Yeah, I'm not big on tours, and this has turned out to be really quite fun.
So as we were driving to the Mekong Delta today, we noticed that there were these tombstones or caskets, some sort of burial type of thing in the fields as we were driving along. And we learned that that's what people who work the land want to be buried on the land, and the land is passed down through generations.
A lot of the Vietnamese still practice ancestor worship, so they bury the relatives and their family members close to their house. And then obviously the spirit's supposed to watch over and, as we learned, as Kim was saying, apparently keep the younger generation in check so that they keep the land in the family.
I wonder how my boys would think about having me buried in their backyard. Concludes our tour of the Mekong River Delta, and now we are on the bus for a 2-hour ride back to Saigon. And we were told the locals like to call Ho Chi Minh City Saigon. So if you want to get in with the locals, Saigon.
So we just got off the bus and we're back in downtown Saigon. And I will say the tour was nice, but a little too touristy for me. I was really looking forward to spending time on the Mekong when we actually spent more time doing things like the pagoda, and we went to the coconut candy place, and we had tea with music and stuff like that. So I'm glad I did it. It was easy, and our tour guide was nice and friendly, and our travel group was great. But it was a little too touristy for me.
Yeah, the tour was good. It was really good. And if that's the kind of tour you're looking for, where everything is totally taken care of, and you have multiple stops with different types of venues, then it's perfect. We like to do things a little bit more on our own. So it was great, but like Kim said, a little too touristy. But I'd still recommend it. Hi everyone, Wei here, and as you know, I love languages, so much so that I created a company, Easy Travel Speak, to help others learn a language. Easy Travel Speak's Get Conversational is what I use when I need to learn a language. And when I need to learn a language fast, like in a week, I use Easy Travel Speak's Speak in the Week system. And this year, I am going to put Speak in the Week to a real test by learning 10 Asian languages in 10 months. Now, not fluently, of course, but well enough to make travel easier, get around better, and make some friends. So I invite you to join me as I post my progress, success, and failures in the Easy Travel Speak Facebook group. It's free to join, and I've got a link down below. See you there. It's a huge artery for, it's not, actually I'm lying. This is one of the oldest Buddhist temples in Thailand. Or not in Thailand. So we just finished up with lunch, which was delightful.
It's true, it was.
Cheers.
It was not even on camera. So we just got